and I will record it even. So, actually, there. So now we can see what we're doing. All right. So where should I start?
Center.
We're on the start the circle, but where?
Wherever you like.
Wherever I want. So I'm gonna start by drawing this 0.88 circle. So I'm just gonna put there, 0.85. And now I'm just gonna move it over so I can see and adjust this a little bit. There we go. See. There we go. All right. So now I can do another circle here. Diameter 1. I was doing those two circles.
Yeah, we can do a 3.25 as well.
So now I want to do this 3.25. So now I'm going to do a circle with a radius of 3.25. And I can see that I need to make it smaller so I can zoom in. All right. So now I've got these two circles down here, and I've got this outer circle, and so we'll get to doing images and stuff later. One trick you can use is, you notice that when I point my mouse over there, my cursor goes away because it gets mixed up in the white background. So if I go into my options and go to colors, and then I can go to crosshairs, and I can change it to be like red. So now when I go in here, I can see it. So a lot of times, there's times when you bring in images and you need to trace them, changing the colors of crosshairs helps a lot because you can see what you're doing.
And how'd you get the options?
The A? Options. And that has, if you haven't gone through those options yet and just taken a look, like there's a ton of stuff in there. I could spend hours going through each of the things. I'm sure you don't want to sit and listen to that. So spend some time on your own, go through it, see what it is. All right, so I'm here. What should I draw next?
I would go. Give yourself some construction lines.
Well, I'd start going through that handle.
So I think I'm going to finish off this side first.
You would?
I've already got the circle there, so if I start doing this stuff, I've got the circle in the way.
Okay.
So I might as well finish off this. So this line right here goes through the middle, right? And it's at 50 degrees. So I'm going to do a line from the center, and I'm just going to hit tab and type 50 and hit tab again. So now it's at 50 degrees. And I'm just going to bring it out there. And this one, oh, it's 30 degrees down. What's that? I'm not going to do the math.
210.
I'm going to draw a line from here this way.
Rotate it.
And then rotate it around there. Is up positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive, so 30. Boom. And now I can trim. Boom. Boom. And also boom, boom. Oop, nope. Yep. So those are there. So one command I haven't taught you yet is join. So I'm going to use this one because it's a good one. I want to join these three lines together. Does anyone know what that's called now?
Polyline?
A polyline. It says down there, doesn't it? Yeah. So watch what happens when I offset these. So I offset 0.5.
What?
It does all of them, and the corners stay nice and tight.
You can do the join again.
Yep. So now I'm going to just extend those to there, and then trim off that stuff. Join again. So now this is all one piece. What's the next thing I need to do to that to finish it off?
It bugs me that you're doing this so easy.
Fillet. See, I'm showing you the tricks now.
I know.
So now I can do a fillet. Look at my options down there. So first I need to change my radius, right? Because my radius is set at 0. So I need to go R for radius and set it to 0.375. So look at my options.
Multiple.
There's an option called Polyline. I wonder what that does.
It's a polyline.
So if I go to Polyline and I pick this, all of the corners on Polyline get changed to fillets at the same time. I don't have to pick bing, 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 bing.
But they all have to be joined together.
It has to be joined into a continuous polyline. So the join command lets you do that with one command. And now I can just change all that to my object layer. Actually, all of that to my object layer. There we go. Does that make sense?
Is the opposite of join explode?
Yep. And this is explode. Yep, explode is the command. So if I go to explode and I pick on this and hit enter, now it's back to 3 individual lines. If I pick on this and explode it, it's back to a bunch of individual pieces.
But I keep the fillets now.
Yep, they're there. They're geometry, they're there. And it's fine to leave them joined. Actually, like if we do stuff on, if we're gonna cut this on the laser, having them joined means the laser is gonna do that whole profile all at once. It's not gonna do part of it and jump somewhere else and do something and come back to it. So, any questions on that so far? So now I've got this much pretty much done. Now what about this section over here?
Use the slot command.
There is no slot command.
I know, I'm teasing.
Draw a line.
I had to check to make sure they didn't add it.
I would draw a line from the center of that first circle we did over, what, 5 inches the same?
Yep. So I could draw a line from the center here over 5, and then draw circles. So
Correct.
I could draw a line over from here over and do it. That works. I'm trying to reduce the amount of things I'm drawing. I mean, it doesn't. I had a discussion yesterday or the other day with someone. There's always multiple ways to do things. One is you can draw extra lines, use that, and then delete it or trim it. Other ways you can use the tracking to try and get there without drawing extra stuff.
You're recording
So,
this, right?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't it actually comes out the same, or the doing it without the lines takes an extra step or two. But I like to try out different ways, and so I'm going to do it just by copying this. I'm going to copy this circle. I'm going to point until it's 5. And what are you going to tell me about that circle?
It's the right diameter.
Oh, it is the right diameter. Dang it. Because this is a 1, and this is so 1 inch diameter, that's a radius of 0.5. It's the same thing, right? I meant to copy the bigger one. I wanted to copy one that was the wrong size. But what if that was the wrong size? What if I wanted this to be 1.5 inches diameter?
Properties.
Yeah, I just go to my properties, just turn on my quick properties down there at the bottom, pick on it, and then I can just tell it to be 1.5, right? And it would switch it. So you can always go into the properties, change the diameter of the circle, no problem. And then now I can just draw a new circle from the center of that, diameter 0.5. And then I can draw my lines. So go here, track up, track over. From here, track down, track over. A little bit of trimming. Get rid of that little piece there. And I can do my fillet again. Radius 0.5.
They don't have to be touching, huh?
No. You can do fillets on things that do not touch.
Wish I had known that.
And there we go. Okay.